UK Tzu Chi volunteers bring festive vibes and warmth to the Women's Center in Manchester City. 5 youth organizations from various sectors shared their field experiences with Tzu Chings from 14 different countries. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Lori Chen. Thank you for joining us. Not everyone has the opportunity to feel the warmth of a family gathering during the holidays. That's why UK Tzu Chi volunteers headed to a women's center in Manchester City to bring both the festive vibes and love to the women and staff. Through various activities, the women felt loved and valued as individuals. Celebrating the holidays, UK Tzu Chi volunteers went over to care for a winter center in Manchester.
With an event like this, we're able to interact and care for the women, letting them know that they too are very valuable individuals.
At the venue, all the volunteers sang one family together. With volunteers from all different nationalities, it made it even more special.
We did some handcrafting things, we made cards, we sung together, we spoke to everybody together, we tried to help them out, it's really nice.
Actually, I feel very happy to have the opportunity to support all these ladies. I wish everyone have a really great Christmas surrounded by people they love and a lot of happiness to everyone in the world.
Ms. Nguyen, a Vietnamese manicurist, has volunteered services at the center for 4 consecutive years already. Another volunteer, Noreen, always bake cakes. Both of them hope through their small giving can help women build up their self-confidence.
We are very grateful to be able to help. We do anything we can to make others more happy and make them more positive thinking. And we're all doing it from my heart, just to want everyone to have this same feeling, to be happy.
I make cakes, so I always try and make a special one, or something special, just so hoping it can bring a smile to their faces.
The companionship of the volunteers allowed the center's women to feel the warmth of a family. Each word in the card conveys their most sincere gratitude.
To all the men volunteers from Tzu Chi Foundation, thank you so much for your continued support throughout the years to Women's Direct Access Center. The women and staff truly appreciate your generosity.
Tzu Chi volunteers in Cambodia regularly distribute rice to impoverished families in Phnom Penh. This time, they've also given out eco-blankets since the temperature has dropped significantly.
The volunteers double-checked the roster of families who had received supply vouchers with the government officials. Tzu Chi Cambodia Liaison Office is about to hold a distribution in the Ban Mia Chi district of Phnom Penh. Different from previous distributions, the volunteers will be distributing blankets in addition to rice. This is due to the drastic weather changes that have taken place.
The volunteers stated that these blankets are made from recycled PET bottles. They feel very soft. Since the temperature has dropped recently, people could make great use of these blankets. We really appreciate Tzu Chi for providing us with the supplies.
I heard the volunteers say that these blankets are made with PET bottles. I am amazed that discarded items can be made into daily supplies. It is really incredible. I am very grateful to have received this gift.
Well, most people think that Cambodia is always hot. However, with the climate change, there has been a drop in temperature. Therefore, impoverished families do actually need winter supplies to keep them warm.
I'm very happy to have received the blanket. I do not know how to express my gratitude. We sleep on the floor at home since we don't even have beds. Finally, we have blankets to keep us warm now.
My family has not been able to afford to buy rice for a while now, so of course no money to buy blankets. Therefore, we are very happy today to have received both rice and blankets.
I am very happy to be able to come here and do good deeds with everyone today. I do not feel tired carrying the rice. What is important is that we can help the residents.
75 volunteers work with one heart to distribute rice and blankets for 1,000 impoverished families, warming their hearts.
Turning our cameras to China, over 100 Kunming Tzu Chi volunteers travel along the winding mountain road to get to Xiaoying village. The majority of the villagers consisted of the ethnic minority group, the Yi people. A total of 366 households showed up at the venue and returned home with many winter goods. It's going to be a blissful new year. It's the first time this winter Tzu Chi volunteers are conducting an event at the Xiaoying village. A total of 170 volunteers travel along the winding mountain road to get to a local elementary school, hoping to bring their New Year greetings.
So many people showed up today. All of these items. I just saw how happy each and every one of them were when they packed up the goods. That made me very happy.
In the barren mountainous area, most of the villagers are the Yi people. Many of them are the elderly, carrying big bamboo baskets or came by donkey-like carts, traveling long distance for the New Year gifts from the Tzu Chi volunteers.
They are afraid that we will be cold, so they brought quilts and winter coats for us. It's so caring. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. All of you came from so far away to care for us. We all are very happy, very happy.
Serving the villagers consisted not only Tzu Chi volunteers, but many local college students as well. They were putting their compassion into physical action.
I feel like these grandmothers are like my own grandmother. They are very kind and loving. We will continue to pass down this love and kindness.
I think that all these things that I did today are very meaningful. It really helps other people. It made me feel like that I'm still useful in this world.
In the mountains, although the temperature is only 5 degrees Celsius, everyone is filled with the warmth of great love. China's rapid economic development has caused a wide gap between the rich and the poor. Therefore, many parents have traveled to the cities in search of better paying job opportunities. However, this meant that many children have become the left behind children. Every year during the holiday season, Henan Tzu Chi volunteers will especially go care for these adorable children.
In order to have a better life, many workers from the countryside moved to the cities to work. In Wen County, there are many left-behind children.
With our economic development, the left-behind children is a situation where we can't avoid. Right now, this population really needs our help. With the power of all sectors of the community, we can go care for them.
Elementary school in Wude Township, 80% of the students are left-behind children. For 4 years, Tzu Chi volunteers held a regular visit at the end of the year to spend time with them.
Since 2014, we came here to care for these children. In the first year, we gave them Christmas presents. Then the second year, we brought them to Zhengzhou to experience the metro and visit the museums. Later in the third year, high school students and Tzu Chi volunteers had arranged activities for them to play or learn.
To continue spreading love and care, Zhengzhou Tzu Chi volunteers came to visit before Christmas arrives.
Last year, we've already made the 5-colored dumplings together. The children loved it very much, so we did it again this year. Hopefully, we can give the children a good celebration of the winter solstice.
We taught the children how to make a New Year greeting card for their parents. Inside, they wrote "I love you" and also their names. After that, they decorated their own cards.
Although their parents aren't by their side, but with the company of volunteers, the loneliness have faded away.
The Green Action Movement, Beautiful Huaizhou 10,000-person mobilization program has far exceeded its goal of recruitment. It was also recently awarded the most influential public welfare project by the Chengdu municipal government.
最具影响力项目，成都大爱感恩环保科技有限公司的绿色行动美丽怀州项目。
Being awarded the most influential charity project in Chengdu made Sichuan Tzu Chi volunteers feel a sense of accomplishment.
Our project's goal is to promote common knowledge, consensus, and group action. This is our three-step approach to let everyone know why we should do environmental protection and how to put these practices into everyday life.
It's not easy to inspire others as volunteers visited markets in the hot summer, as well as city streets to undertake one-on-one explanations. Many overcome personal obstacles to be volunteers.
这是每个人自己观念的转变，就是说我们去怎么去影响人呢？我们
To change people's ideas, we must think how do we influence people. I didn't really think so much at the beginning. I didn't even want to do this, as I worried about rejection. I hesitated for a long time and said only a few words, but after some interactions, my confidence has increased.
现在就增大了。
绿色行动，美丽怀州，万人响应。
No matter if it is a scenic spot or a night market, this intense publicity campaign is gradually awakening the environmental awareness of local residents.
Do we separate recycling at home? Yes, this work is much like keeping the human body healthy.
I want to work with younger brothers and sisters to do environmental protection and safeguard our planet.
If we show great spirit in promoting this, what will be the effect? I always believe in my heart that we should go out and do some promotion, not just in the community, but everywhere.
Winning this award has been a positive affirmation for these volunteers to encourage more people to think about the environment and save the planet.
The global Tzu Ching camp has been taking place in Hualien, attended by Tzu Chings from 14 different countries. At the camp, 5 youth organizations shared their field experiences in various sectors. The Tzu Chings all felt deeply inspired to be more creative as they contribute back to society.
所以我们把闲置的校地整理完，然后呢，把一个货柜调进来。
At the Global Tzu Ching Camp, the founder of Skills for You, Huang Weixiang, shared how his team of craftsmen helped a school build a multipurpose classroom from a container. The 516 Tzu Chings from 14 countries were able to learn from him on the different ways to benefit the public.
He has incorporated many of society's values and principles into his work. Through this class, we can come into contact with people from all different fields and be inspired.
古老的有价值的老围墙，希望大家看完我的作品后，也能感受到老房子岁月的。
The teachers and students have adopted the central official residence of Nanguo Magistrate. Their way to bring new life to the old building has inspired the Tzu Chings to be more creative in their ways of thinking.
The 5 topics included environmental protection, charity, and medical mission. These represent Tzu Chi's 4 missions and 8 footprints. We can implement these principles in our country of residence.
How can students contribute to the society? The medical service team from the Tzu Chi University shared how they are able to spread public health education in various remote regions.
Usually, after graduating from college, we ask ourselves what we can do. However, the lesson has taught me that we need to put what we've learned into actual practice. This is the best way to help other people in need.
As the youth charity organizations share their experiences, they hope to inspire the young people to be creative as they work to benefit the society and change the world for the better.
A university student from Bohol Island in the Philippines has a dream of becoming an elementary school teacher. Although he comes from a disadvantaged background, it never stopped him from working hard. Therefore, Tzu Chi volunteers provided financial assistance for his studies, and he vows to give back to society.
Zhongding is currently studying at a university outside of his hometown. To receive higher education made his family proud. Although he comes from an impoverished family, it doesn't stop him from achieving good grades in his academic studies.
I am proud of my son. Even though we are poor, he is still determined in his studies. He works very hard.
When he was in high school, he walked 9 kilometers from home to school every day in order to save transportation fees. His mother had a car accident in the same year as he was admitted to the university. Therefore, he wanted to give up his studies and shoulder responsibilities in the family.
Zhongdi is a good child. He takes on most of the responsibilities at home. For example, washing dishes and clothes and cooking. He does a lot, especially when I was sick.
After meeting Tzu Chi during a free clinic, he can finally pursue his education at the university.
Tzu Chi taught me how to be an independent person.
Besides helping me to finish my studies, Tzu Chi also made me feel content and fortunate.
Financial.
With the scholarship, Zhongding is one step closer to achieve his dream of becoming an elementary teacher. Now he wants to show his gratitude by giving back to the society after graduating.
The second Life Story Golden Pen Award ceremony was held recently. Among the 8 award winners, 3 were prison inmates and 4 were individuals with physical and mental disabilities. Each one of them wrote vivid and inspiring life stories that have all made a huge impact on changing society's views about putting labels for specific groups of people.
It was like touching beans or raindrops or maybe lychee. Feelings of pokes, numbness, pain, and itchiness.
Full of imagination and animated words, it describes the process of learning how to read Braille. Zhen Xingrong was born with impaired vision in one eye and a cataract in the other. When he turned 11, he became legally blind. However, he did not let his visual impairment restrict him in any way. Not only did he establish a choir group with his fellow visually impaired friends, which performs at many hospitals and prisons, but through his writing, he has let society see the abundant creative abilities of individuals with disabilities. He is the first-place winner of this year's Golden Pen Award.
In the course of being visually impaired, we will experience a lot of frustrations and challenges. However, through writing, we are able to transform these emotions and events into a kind of strength, not only to motivate ourselves, but also to encourage others.
This is the second year for the Life Story Golden Pen Awards. This year, among the award winners, 3 were prison inmates. They used writing as a way to express their longingness for their families.
From the process of writing, he's able to reflect internally. Things like what life path should he take when he gets released from prison. It helps him to organize his thoughts and motivates him. So from writing these life stories, it's in fact a way to stimulate and find our hidden potentials.
The life story behind each individual is both inspirational and moving. Through each word and phrase, it packs the power to change society's many set perceptions. Many fruits and vegetables in Taiwan end up being the waste bins due to poor appearances. Therefore, 2 young people have decided to turn these fruits into jams. This can greatly extend the shelf life of fresh fruit and also reduce the pressure on farmers. This group was recently selected by Tzu Chi's first public charity program for youth creators for its food waste reduction efforts.
今年柠檬状况算还好吗？
今年比较少。
今年比较少。
I used to run a restaurant. When I did this, I learned a lot about the ingredients we were using. That was when there was a crisis involving cabbage prices, which had plummeted. I learned that it wasn't just a problem with planting the crop, but there was also a lot of waste when it comes to transportation and other areas as well.
At first, we pay attention to the source of food waste and potential classification. There are many agricultural products that may not enter the market because of special specification or the quality appearance. So we target the place of origin and these agricultural products that aren't usually sold on the market for procurement.
We have been thinking about how to market our products which don't meet standard specifications, such as being too big or too small. We thought about a different sales channel or added value production. Fortunately, we met this group and our cooperation has been successful.
水果应该是在那边。
We visited several fruit and vegetable markets and found that food waste could reach as high as 8% of leafy vegetables per day. For example, the amount that is not sold each day is actually quite large, such as at the Xiluo market. If they get 1,000 tons a day, 80 tons end up as waste.
这个就比较像是格外品的柠檬这样子，就是它要分级出来。其实产地也会做分级啊，像这样就是一些格外的状况。
Fruit and vegetable markets deal with small volumes, and the produce comes from many different places of origin. This makes it hard to solve the production problem. Many suggested to us that we should visit the farmers to engage in added value production for blemished produce.
慈济它有给我们很多的课程。
Tzu Chi has let us participate in many courses such as finance and marketing. There are also some tutors who can give us a different vision or direction. They've already seen the future and give us a lot of suggestions.
对，他都给我们很多提点。
These things are being reused again. We can also share with you what is special. It's hard to make lots of money in this field, but I am comfortable about what I earn, and I also feel happy to help others and benefit society.
你好，因为我们使用的水果加工用，我们就会使用所谓的格外品这个事情，就是它可能是规格以外不符合市场需求，或是只是影响卖相，但不影响品质。
Our entrepreneurial process involves cooperating with small farmers. While our business volume is still quite small, we're trying to help others and create a charitable environment. It's actually harder to do this business model, but cooperation is a very important concept for us.
Next, we'll meet an elderly couple who are dedicated to recycling. Mr. Zan and his wife have been doing recycling for over 26 years already. They even vowed to continue till they turn 100 years old. Let's meet these devoted recycling superstars.
In the earlier years, they collected recyclables using a baby stroller. For more than 20 years, Zhang Wumei and her husband have been doing recycling. The recycling point in front of their house is where they volunteer now.
If I can stay healthy and live to 100 years old, I will keep volunteering till then.
I do as much as I can, so I won't feel bored.
Zhang Wumei lost her eyesight in the right eye during an accidental situation when she was collecting recyclables. Instead of complaining of her misfortune, she's still dedicated to recycling, just paying more attention to safety now.
I was about to bind the paper boxes together with a rope, but the wind blew up the boxes, which ended up hitting my eye.
The couple, who are both 86 years old, are very hardworking. Zhan Dehuang recently just underwent surgery for his bladder stones. Despite that, he still dedicated himself to recycling right after he recovered.
My urinary tract was blocked by stones. Therefore, I had to use a urine bag.
It is not easy, as they have been doing recycling from 60 years old till now, 86 years old. They've kept the recycling points very clean in the community.
They've kept the recycling point clean. They're able to collect a truckload of recyclables every week. Their diligence makes them role models for other people around them.
Shenzhen, Guangdong is in full winter mode. Therefore, local Tzu Chi volunteers went and cared for the hardworking sanitation workers. A total of 17 locations were visited, sending gifts and winter goods before the New Year's. Happy holidays, everyone! Thank you for watching. See you next time.